Hello, and welcome to Sage Advice at 65. And I'm finally back to do the video on long-term nursing home care, skilled nursing facilities. And first of all, let's go over the cost of a normal facility. And we know that each day it could cost us between $8,000 and $1,000, actually, depending on the care. Monthly cost could be around $10,000, if not more now. It has went up exponentially within the last decade. So, keeping this in mind, and now we're dealing with Medicaid, and we wonder why Medicaid makes people that have assets use their own assets first. Well, it's because the Medicaid system would be bankrupt in no time if everybody automatically went to Medicaid. So Medicaid will not kick in until after people have used their own assets, their own savings. If you have income that comes in monthly, pensions, retirement, Social Security, the nursing home will be able to compute your assets and decide how much they can actually leave you, right? Because Medicaid won't kick in until after they've taken pretty much all of your income. Now, I'm talking today about people that don't have any minor children at home or any community spouse. I'm talking about the widow, the widower, the person over 65 years old that are basically on their own. They may have adult children that help them out. But as far as their income is only used for them. So if you have pensions, if you have retirement, if you have Social Security, all these things can go toward that $10,000 a month payment before your secondary insurance comes in and before Medicaid. So what are they supposed to leave you? What can they leave you? Well, after they take your income, and believe me, before you are admitted to that facility, they will have you go in, or your person that talks for you financially, go into the financial office, and they will determine what you can contribute yourself. And they can have your bank account that will automatically pay them the nursing home cost. Now you may say that doesn't feel right, but it really is, because like I said, if everybody automatically went to Medicaid, the Medicaid that would be completely bankrupt in no time, and people that are financially needy would not have the help they do need. So people that have assets of their own are required to use their own assets first. Now, if you have assets that don't come in as a monthly basis, say you don't have retirement, you don't have Social Security, you don't have anything like that, you've lived paycheck to paycheck, and now you're in a nursing home, so you need Medicaid. So now you have to show that you are financially dependent and that you need the Medicaid to cover the cost of care. So, I mean, that's where you go into the financial office and they see what you can actually contribute yourself first. So, if you're living day by day and you have no dependents at home and you have no community spouse, and you have no income, then Medicaid will pay for everything. But if you have a bank account, or if you have, stocks, bonds, savings, you will have to use that, and it's called a medically needy spend down before Medicaid will kick in. Okay? Now this video is only going over, like I said, the person that does not have minor children at home, does not have a community spouse, are on their own. Their income, whether it goes into the bank account and it's a monthly amount, or whether you have savings, this is only for that person. Okay? And the next video I do will go into more about what you can expect if you have a community spouse. If you have someone that is still on the outside, that's still living at home, that you are responsible for, how that works. And that is a whole other, like I said, the whole other video, because it's going to take a while to explain that one. So let's just kind of recap. The Medicaid system is made for people that are actually financially needy. So if you have assets of your own, you will be required, and each state has different criteria. You might want to find out what your state requires, to use your own assets first. If you have assets that come in on a monthly basis, they can go towards your cost of health care. If you have money that is in the bank, is in stocks and bonds and savings, that can be garnered until you meet the criteria for Medicaid, which is called the medical needy spend down. So you are not without health care. You just have to put up your finances first. So that trip to the financial office is going to be very important before you even begin your stay at a nursing facility. And this is if you are not on the 100-day plan and you are now a resident and you plan on staying here until who knows when. There is no date that you are going to be discharged. Okay? And as far as like your beneficiary is concerned, whole life insurance is, you do have a monetary value with whole life insurance. So that will be come into play when you go to the financial office and make your arrangements. Term life insurance, however, does not have a monetary amount attached to it. So that your beneficiary is still safe to be able to get your death benefits if you pass away. Now, I've been doing these videos and it seems like, okay, people over 65 are interested in them, but I'm going to be saying that the people that take care of you, the people now that are in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, actually need to know this information before they get into the situation to where they need it. Okay? Because they need to be able to plan. Because now, in the day and age that we live in now, being able to generate more funds and more savings and more wealth is right there on your fingertips, because you can do so much now with technology. So they need to be able to find out how they can safeguard their finances before this actually does hit and they find themselves needing a nursing home or a skilled nursing facility. Because there are ways that you can make sure that some of this, some of your wealth does not just go out the window. So my next video is going to be what happens if you have the community spouse at home? What happens if you have a minor child at home that you are still dependent on? Because some people that goes into the nursing facilities are not 65. They may be younger than 65 and just have a health problem and they cannot take care of themselves anymore. And their doctors, their families have decided that long-term care with professionals is what is needed. So let's find out for the younger generation what is out there to safeguard them. And then the video I want to do after that would be about what happens to your assets, what happens to your land, what happens to your homes, what happens to your cars. All that kind of goes into the community spouse. Okay, so that'll be the next video. So just watch and subscribe my channel. I cannot ask you enough to keep on top of this, because it's going to happen. It happens. The only thing in life that is for sure is death and taxes, and that is the truth. And believe me, I'm a vital person. I love being out in the outdoors. I love going camping. But I have got degenerative bone disease, and there are times when I cannot do anything. That's one reason I haven't done a video in the last month. Because seriously, doing anything just tired me out. But now I'm up and again, back at myself. So I'm going to start doing these on a more substantial basis, quicker. Because when those times do hit, it takes me down bad. I am not in the in the area where I need nursing facilities or anything like that right now. I can be taken care of at home. I can take care of myself at home. I've got a beautiful grandson that, you know, always helps out. But I don't want to ever be in a nursing facility. I don't want to. And as long as I can stay out of it, I will. Because I know that once I get in there, all this is going to come into play, and I don't want to put my family through it. Anyway, like and subscribe my videos. Watch my videos. Go back into the other ones I have made and try to keep track and keep up, because one goes into the other. It's kind of like a story, one chapter after another. So, like and subscribe. Please keep in contact. And if you have any questions, contact me. I would like to know from some of your family that takes care of you, if they have any questions, then I might be able to tell you, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat anything, because it's out there and somebody needs to be able to be quite honest with you. And I would rather hear the truth than a well-phrased lie any day. So feel free to contact me, leave a comment, and have a blessed day, and I'll see you later. Bye.